Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to make this pool ball and this tip of a pool stick in Fusion. Yeah, I know you don't normally use the 15 ball as a cue ball, but I thought this would just add a little bit more to it and looks kind of neat. I want to mention I use a handicap controller. It's a sip and puff, so you may hear a little bit of noise throughout the tutorial. Nothing I can do about that. And we'll go ahead and get started. Go up to Media Pool, right click, New Fusion Composition. You can name it if you like, we don't have to. And you can just leave it on 5 seconds. Bring it down your timeline and go to Fusion. I got a little bit of a cold here too, so my voice sounds a little odd. Up here on the toolbar, got the 3D, most of the 3D tools we need. So grab a Shape 3D, and then a 3D Merge, Camera, and Render. With the merge selected, shift spacebar, and directional light. And shift spacebar, and ambient light. Grab a background node, pipe it into the shape, make it white, take the merge and put it in viewer 1. You'll see we have a plane. So select the shape node. In the inspector under shape, change it to sphere. And looking at viewer 1, you'll see the sphere is not very smooth. It's got a lot of wrinkles and rough edges on it. So back in the inspector, take the base subdivisions all the way up to the right and the height subdivisions all the way up to the right. Now you see we have a smooth sphere. Select the camera node in the inspector under transform. Select use target. Under translation, z-axis will move the camera back. Right now you see it in viewer 1, it's within inside the sphere. And as we move the camera back, you'll see it in viewer 2. I'm right at 10. I think that'll be good. We can always resize it later if we need to. Grab another background node. And on the toolbar, grab a rectangle mask. Connect them together like that, and select the rectangle. In the inspector, take the width all the way to the right. And take the height to 0.4. Select the background node. I'm going to use my picture to get the color off of. Once again, background node. You can just put red on it. You don't have to do what I did. Let's go to the render node. Under render type, change from software render to hardware. That way it'll render out much faster. Enable lighting and shadows. As you see in the center here on viewer 2, we have quite the hotspot from the light. We're going to adjust that light first though. So select the directional light. Go to the inspector, under transform. Select use target. Translation, Z-axis, we'll move it back. Okay, now we'll get rid of this shine that's on here. Select the shape node. Go to materials. Down here to specular. Take the intensity almost all the way down. I'm going to leave this mine has just a little bit of glare. You can go all the way if you want. Bring another background down. And grab an ellipse. Connect together like that and select the ellipse. We're going to make an expression here so this stays symmetrical. So right click the width. Down to expressions. And click on this little plus sign and drag it over to the height with the quick whip. Now both these, the height and the width, will move at the same time. Take it down to 0.14. Under center X, 0.75. Let's go to that background node. And the inspector. And make it white. I'm going to copy these two. Right click. Click away. And just paste. Select the ellipse. Well, let's put a transform here so we can rotate it first. So select the shape node again. Shift spacebar and transform. Now we can use the rotation Y-axis to rotate it. I'm going to rotate a little bit so we can see the back side. Now select this ellipse, the second one, and change the center X from 0.75 to 0.25. And you'll see in viewer 2, we now have it. The other white circle we need. Okay, let's grab a text node. Pipe it into merge 3. Pick whatever number you'd like. I kind of like this April fat face. Make sure your y-axis is back to 0 on its transform. Go under layout. Make the text black. Back under layout. Under center X, 0.75. And size it accordingly. We're going to copy this node. Click away right here, and right click. And paste. Merge that into merge 4. Now select the transform. We'll rotate the ball. Then go back to the second text node. Under layout. Center X, change that from 0.75 to 0.25. There, now we have it on both sides. We'll go ahead and animate this right now. Make sure your playhead is at frame 0. Transform node selected. Keyframe the y-axis. Go halfway down your 5-second timeline. Mine's frame 75 because I'm on 30 frames per second. And rotate the y-axis to 180. Then bring the playhead to the end and rotate the y-axis to 360. With the transform node still selected, go up here, open your spline, select them, go here to zoom to fit, down here to select all, hit F as in flatten on the keyboard, and then T as in Tom, and you'll see these little ease in and ease out windows open. We're doing both, so go ahead and lock it, and run this up to about 60. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then down here, the set relative, select that. That way you can stretch the composition out on the timeline as long as you like. We'll go up to the edit page and see how it looks. Then we'll come back down and make the pool stick. Now, obviously, with the pool stick there, that will be stationary. So there'll really be no reason doing both, but we're going to do them both, so you can decide whatever you want to do. You can go ahead and leave it at that if you want, or you can continue. We'll make the end of the pool stick. Back down to Fusion. On the outlet side of the transform, we're going to put a merge. You got to make sure it's on the outlet side of the transform, or the pool stick will also rotate when the ball does. Now grab another shape node. In the inspector, you'll see what says shape. It's on plane. Change it to cylinder. Go ahead and pipe that in. Take the base subdivisions and the height subdivisions all the way up to the right. And that'll smooth everything out. Take the radius to 0.2. And height 3 should be fine. Let's transform. Let's bring out the pool stick so we can see it. Right click on the shape node. Copy. Click away and paste instance. Pipe the instance down into the merge. For those of you that don't know what an instance is, it's just an exact copy of whatever node you took it off of. So anything you adjust in either one will affect both of them at the same time. Everything highlighted in green means it's connected. You can de-instance certain things. We don't need to do that here today, though. Bring another background in. Connect that to the shape. And connect your rectangle mask into the background. And that background, we're going to make it like a grayish white. I'm going to leave it a little darker so you can see it while I adjust it. Then I'll go back and readjust the color. We'll select the rectangle node. Take the width all the way to the right. And the height somewhere around 3, maybe 0.3, maybe a little less. And under center, y-axis, we'll slide it down to the end. Okay, select this background and add a merge. Grab another background. Another rectangle mask. Put them together. Take the width all the way up to the right. So the height is somewhere around like at 0.063. And again, on the center, y-axis, we'll move that to the end. I'm going to go back to this one and change the color. More of a off-white. Now select the instance node. Shift spacebar and replace material. I have some shaders up here. It's just a picture of wood. And now we have something that looks like a pool stick. Now select the original shape node for the pool stick. And the inspector will get it in position. And there you go. That's all there is to it. Doesn't make sense to animate it at this point with the pool stick there, but we'll leave the pool stick out. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.